Good morning. Let's rise and sing. Come on up, Elise Carver. Welcome back, Elise Carver.
Here we go. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Let's do that again. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Yeah.
God gives me everything I need. Isn't that the truth? Yes, everything we need is always provided. If we can just surrender and let go and open up and say yes. Let's hear a big yes. Yes, we got to say yes to life because life is saying yes to us, and life is wanting to do so much good things through us, as us, and for us. I am so glad to be here with you this morning. I am Reverend Gregory Toole. What a joy it is to be here in Redondo Beach at the Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to all of you who are online. We are so grateful for your presence as well. Let's give some love to the people online right now. Giving thanks for those people online. We embrace you. We know there's no time or space in God, so it's just like you are right here with us. And all of you who are in the room, so good to see all of you. This place where we see the truth in each other. We see that each one is a unique emanation of Spirit, is a unique divine expression of that one whole, perfect, complete life. Tell someone right now, you are whole, perfect, complete. Just as you are. And so it is. Yes, so good to see everyone. We're going to have from our Board of Trustees, we got Dan Benner to give us our announcements here.
Thank you, Reverend Gregory. Well, good morning. And as Reverend Gregory said, my name is Dan Benner. I'm one of your newest members of the Board of Trustees. And thank you. I'm honored to be able to serve. And rushing just to make sure that my phone is indeed on silent, right? And so if you guys can do that as well. So we got a few announcements, right? There's a lot of notes, but that means we got a lot going on. Spiritual retreat, our theme is Be the Connection, deepening our relationship to self, community, and spirit. Please join us on the Columbus Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. That's October 9th through 12th for the spiritual retreat in Simi Valley at the American Jewish University. We'll have a whole weekend of great music, workshops, talks, and fun activities. Families are welcome. There's a neat flyer in the lobby. If you haven't been to a retreat here, it is a very transformative experience that'll have you feeling more connected, right? And so please join and let us know your interest. Divine Dining, that is indeed the party of the year. We really appreciate, and there is a beautiful flyer which I grabbed because it is awesome. And so that's at the home of Claudia Kokorian and Jim Hell. That's on Sunday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. A beautiful venue and very gracious host to open up their house and home to us. Again, it's an opportunity to connect and get to know the fellow members and have fun. The music is top quality and the food is always delicious. Right, it's catered dinner, beverages, and lots of live music from across the decades. All proceeds go directly to the Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living, to this place here. Right? It is not to be missed. Awaken Your Creative Spirit. That's a workshop by Paresh Shah. Trust the flow, expand your vision, create beyond the ordinary. That will be next Sunday, July 26th, from 1 p.m. until 2:30 p.m. with a love offering of $20. So that's after the Sunday service. There will be no yoga this Tuesday. Yoga will continue Tuesday, July 28th. Drumming circle will be next Sunday, July 26th, 12:30 p.m. across from the teen room. Red Tent Gathering, July 31st at 7 p.m. I believe that was at Wilderness Park. Is that the last one? All right, I will not ad-lib. It does not say where it's at, but it's right here. Our third meditation for peace will be on Saturday, August 1st at 9 a.m., led by the Beach Cities Health District. There's a change of date. The sound bath. A world-renowned sound healer, Geraldine Glass, will be on Sunday, August 9th, from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. in the sanctuary. Sounding Your Way Home, a crystalline sound journey to awaken the frequency of love and restore inner harmony. Rainbow Service Supply Drive. You see the bins out there with the crowns in them. Support local students by donating supplies. There's a flyer for more information, and there's a bench in the lobby where you can drop your supplies. Donations are gratefully appreciated. This is an annual thing that's been done for a long time here. So Maureen will be out back in the foyer here after service. If you have any questions about how to help, they go to a worthy cause. Thank you. Men's Spirit Group will be meeting on Monday, August 3rd at 7 p.m. in the foyer. This is for any of the men in our group or any of the men in your guys' lives, right? It's a fellowship of people looking to have fun and explore the science of mind and how it relates to our lives, right? And get to know one another. So please make a recommendation to them and let them know about it. Our Labyrinth Walk will be on Wednesday, August 5th after the service. For more info, the activity table in the lobby and a weekly e-newsletter, right? There's a lot going on. We try not to do too many announcements here. New friends here. If you're here for the first time, please raise your hand. All right. We welcome the newcomers. If you're not new, look around for the hands and find that person and say hello, welcome them, and get them over to Reverend Gregory so he can meet them as well. Right? The ushers should be bringing you a gift bag. Please be sure to visit the New Friends table for more info to sign up for our e-newsletter. Need prayer today? Come to the front of the sanctuary after service by the piano here. A practitioner will lead a prayer circle or place your prayer request in the box in the lobby. Right? This Wednesday's inspiration service will be held by Reverend Catherine McKinney, right? With musician Elise Carver. We welcome you back. We love your music. And finally, a big thank you to all of our volunteers. So many people make this place work. if you're curious, just ask almost anyone, because almost all of us volunteer in some aspect, right? If you want to get involved, there's a way. Thank you.
I would like to invite you all to turn within for a moment. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Trust in the unknown. Trust in the unknown. You are always safe. You are always carried. You are always held. You are always guided. Trust in your heart. Trust in your strength. Trust in your light. Trust in yourself. Trust in the unknown. Trust in the unknown. You are always safe. You are always carried. You are always held. You are always guided. Trust in your heart. Trust in your strength. Trust in your light. Trust in yourself.
You are always safe. You are always guided. Trust in yourself. Trust in your light. Trust in the presence of the divine right within you that is always guiding, uplifting, supporting, sustaining. There is just that one life, that one power, that one presence within us and all around us that supports, sustains, uplifts, that is the source of all of our good. For each one of us are divine expressions of that one. Each one of us partake of and emanate and express uniquely that one essence that is good, that is divine. And so it is in this spirit that I bless our time here together today. I know it is such a beautiful co-creation of all of us, bringing our energy, bringing our essence, and it wouldn't be the same without any one of us. But with all of us here, each one who has chosen to be here in the sanctuary, each one who has chosen to listen online, there is this unique configuration that is divinely configured for the perfect outcome, for each one to receive exactly what it is they're to receive, each one to get the exact inspiration and upliftment, the opening, the healing, the transformation, whatever it is, the peace, the silence, the opening to some greater good is absolutely assured. I am so grateful for this beautiful service and all the good that it's bringing to us and the world. In great gratitude, I release this word. I let it be. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone. And welcome to everyone. I especially welcome those who are online. I know there are people watching who care about what we say here. I am someone who has freshly returned from teen camp. Teen camp was all of last week. We had 4 teens going, and we had advisors that go. And this camp is for the teens. We adults go in a role to make sure they're safe, to keep the guidelines organized. And when we lead workshops, which we do, we're advised, don't answer all the questions, don't teach, don't tell them what to think, don't give advice, etc. We are there to serve, to bring out from the teens as much as they will allow, to share and to grow within this theme in the workshop that we're doing. The theme for this year's teen camp was Peace to Me. Peace to me is very old tradition in teen camps. There are all kinds of processes that go on, but every night at the close of every single evening before they go back to their cabins, they do a night light service, and they end with saying, "Peace to me is." And the teens take turn saying, "Peace to me is." And they keep saying it over and over. And finally, the teen leaders will end it, and we all go back to the cabins. So the workshops this year, because that was the theme, were around what is peace to me. And so every workshop explored this in different ways, peaking probably about Wednesday, so that we were coming down from that and recognizing that we were headed somewhere. We did a peace bridge workshop. It was a tremendous experience. Advisors can participate in all of this. We can have the breakthroughs, the emotions, the tears, all of those things, just like the teens can, but we are one of the teens. We are one with the teens. That's all. We are with them, but we take care of them. We have to remember who we are in this process. You know, the retreat that our center is going to do in October is different from that. All of us get to participate in a retreat. But this is for teens, and it is designed for teens. And so, as part of all of this, I have done as much exploring as many of the teens have in knowing what peace to me is. And so what I know for sure is that peace to me is knowing that no matter whatever else is going on in my life, that everything in my life is on purpose. Everything is happening, and it is moving forward from a divine plan that is within me. I am the source of all that happens to me, and I know that clearly, and I know that surely, and that brings me peace. And so I leave that with you, and so it is. One more thing.
This or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna let go of control. I'm gonna get out of my way. I know the universe conspires to bring me heaven today. 'Cause this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something the key that will set my heart free. I'm tired of playing it small, doing what I think I should. The universe stands up to meet me, to claim my highest form of good. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. Right now, I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. Yeah, this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna say yes to my dreams, let my imagination soar. I know that I have gifts that I must use, and that is just what I was put here for. Because, well, this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now Thank you.
Elise Carver. Elise Carver in the house. Thank you, Elise Carver. Yes, thank you, Elise. Welcome, welcome home. Welcome back.
Great to be back.
This or something better. Yes. This or something better. All right. Let's get the technology working here. Well, gosh, that was beautiful. What a way to jump right back in here. This or something better. And we are talking today, we know what this whole month we're exploring creativity, and we are talking today about being bigger, this or something better. So we're going to step into the largeness of who we are today. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little thing here that I love to do. We're gonna do something with new members, installing some new members here today. So let me just say a few words that one of the most satisfying of human experiences is to become awake and aware of one's own spiritual development. This awareness opens us up for more of the divine potential that is already within us to be expressed through us. Choosing to commit to membership in this spiritual community, we unify ourselves with love, the vision, and high purpose of Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. There are those among us who at this time in their spiritual journey have chosen to participate, support, and align themselves with this spiritual community by joining as members. And I'm going to invite them to come forward. I'm going to call you by name, and as I call your name, I invite you to come forward. I know at least one or more are not here today, but some of them are. So I'm going to start with Josette Murphy, who I believe is not here today, but representing the family, also as a new member, is Jean-Louis Boudreau. Come on up, Jean-Louis. They were the longest holdouts to the not really holdouts, but they were just like, oh, I think we are members, right? No. Next, Mona Lisa Chavez. Yes. Thank you. And then Manuela Dejerman. Come on up, Manuela. And is Patty Quesada here? Patty Quesada, are you here today? There she is. Come on up, Patty. Jennifer Harper. Is Jennifer here today? There's Jennifer. Come on up, Jennifer. So glad that you're with us here today. Welcome. And Kimberly Edwards. I think I saw Kimberly out there. Come on up, Kimberly. All right, wonderful. So, let me say a few more words. There is not the center and its members. There's only the center as its members. In choosing to be a member, you have consciously and intentionally made yourselves vital to the whole, and you are an integral part in the life of this spiritual community and this teaching. In stepping into membership, you have made a commitment to your spiritual path and to sharing it with others. As you enter into membership in thought, word, purpose, and action, you are making a public declaration of your belief in the universal principles practiced at this center. And you all practice them so well already, so you know, it's just making it formal. This is also an inward commitment to yourself, this teaching, this spiritual community, and all of humanity. As you practice these principles in your life, you are participating in the transformation of consciousness and upholding a center that honors all paths to God. Here's the part where you get to say yes. Do you agree to practice the principles of science of mind and spirit to the best of your ability? If so, please say yes. Yes. Thank you. And now I'm going to turn to the community, and I'm going to ask the whole community to stand with these members, new members right now. And I'm going to ask you, the community, do you accept these new members and agree to support them in their membership? If so, please say yes. Yes. Thank you. You may be seated. As your senior minister, and on behalf of this community, I gratefully and lovingly receive each one of you into full membership in this spiritual community. Blessings and welcome home. It's so good to have you all as members. I love every single one of you. You're all awesome. You've already been participating and showing up, and it's so glad to have you officially as members. Please welcome the newest members to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you. You can go. Thank you. We have a gift for you here so that you can be even more supported in practicing the teaching here. Thank you, Doris, for bringing these forward. Give a hand to Doris as well. All right, we got all the photos, Vicki. We're all good on the photos. Excellent. So once again, let's give a hand to our newest members. All right, thank you all so much. It is one of the most exciting days that I come to the center when we're installing new members. That is indeed an exciting day. So as I said a moment ago, today we're continuing along the monthly theme of creativity. And, many times we don't think of ourselves as creative, but the reality is if we're nothing, we are creative. If we're nothing else, we are creative. The moment we awake, and not even the moment we awake, even when we're dreaming, we're creative. We're creating in our dreams. I've had dreams sometimes where I'm like, whoa, what was that? It's like, wow, the creativity doesn't even stop when we go to sleep. And so we are so creative because we are tapped into the source of all creativity. Every creative thing that has ever happened on the planet, the most creative person you can think of that wrote the greatest book or created the greatest music or created the greatest new company, that same mind, that same creative energy is right at the center of you and me. And so we are tapped in to this unlimited, infinite creativity. So we can't help but be creative, except we do have to say yes to that divine spark. That divine spark is continuously giving us ideas, giving us newness, giving us all kinds of things, but we do have to say yes to it. I want to begin with a story from a book by Joan Borysenko called The 7 Paths to God. And so she shares this story from late Catholic priest Anthony de Mello about a Hindu yogi whose guru left him under a tree on a riverbank to meditate on God. The yogi had only 2 possessions, his loincloth and a begging bowl. Once a day, he walked to the village to beg for food. The rest of the time, he spent in contemplation of God. He was a good yogi. One night, he washed out his loincloth and hung it on the tree to dry. When he awakened, it had been chewed up by a rat. With great embarrassment, he begged for both food and a new loincloth that day and went right back to contemplating God. A few days later, he washed out his new loincloth and hung it up to dry. Once again, the rat chewed it up during the night. What was the yogi to do? It was unseemly for a man of God to keep begging for loincloths. So he got a kitten to chase the rat. But the kitten was hungry. And soon, the yogi had to beg for milk. It was embarrassing to beg for milk, so he found a stray cow. All went well until the summer heat burned off all the remaining grasses, and the yogi had to beg fodder for the cow. It wasn't good to have to beg for fodder, so when the rainy season came, the yogi planted some crops. They prospered in the rich soil, but so much of his time was spent farming that he could hardly meditate. So he hired laborers to tend his fields, but they needed supervision, which disturbed his meditation. So the yogi decided to take a wife to oversee the workers so that he could get back to God. Well, she didn't want to live under a tree by the river, so they had to build a house, a large house, for she was soon pregnant. The yogi grew fat and wealthy by the banks of the river. One day, when he was sitting under his meditation tree, resting, a familiar figure approached. It was his guru, who surveyed the scene with a wide-eyed look. "Student, is that you? Didn't I leave you here 5 years ago to contemplate God?" The yogi bowed his head and gestured to his vast estate. "Revered teacher, I know this seems hard to understand, but truly, this was the only way I could keep my loincloth." It's that creative spark when we keep showing up to life. We keep showing up to life. We keep saying yes to life. We keep saying yes to whatever is before us. Michael Singer wrote a book called The Surrender Experiment. And in that book, he set out to see what would happen if he said yes to everything that came his way. So therefore, no resistance to life whatsoever. I'm going to say yes to everything. And every person, even that made a request of him, he would say yes. This was an experiment. He already did the experiment, so we don't have to do that experiment. We don't have to say yes to every person and everything they ask us to do. But it was remarkable. If you ever get a chance to read that book, it was remarkable. I mean, unbelievable almost. all that unfolded from him just saying yes to what showed up in life. Yes, 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 yes. I don't want to spoil it because it reads like a novel, and it's kind of autobiographical. But if you read that book, it's incredible what showed up in his life just by him saying yes to everything. So that creative energy is moving in us, and are we saying yes to it? Are we saying yes to that creative energy? I met a woman one time who was sort of the antithesis of people in science and mind. Almost so like I was almost ready to like go into scientific lab mode, like be a scientist and go into the lab. Like I want to study this specimen because she told me that her life had not changed since she was like a kid. She told me that all the challenges she had beginning of her life were all still the same challenges. All the things she wanted to do, none of them had she done. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. This is such the opposite of all the people I'm always around that are constantly, setting an intention and speaking their word and stepping into newness. And if there's a problem, they're getting spiritual mind treatment and doing spiritual practice and somehow transforming it or else transcending it. And so it was very interesting. And I planted some seeds with her. I didn't stay in touch, so I don't know how the story unfolded. But it was such an interesting thing. It was like, wow, I was asking her, how is that possible? And I planted some seeds with her about how it could be different. But in the science of mind, of course, we're constantly leaning in to that divine creative energy. We're constantly leaning in and listening in to see what newness wants to emerge. And the ideal thing is when those ideas want to emerge is to say yes to them and not be in that resistance, to allow that which wants to emerge to you, because what wants to emerge to each one of us is something magnificent. And so we're constantly being called to become bigger. We're constantly being called to, it's not that we're not enough already, but we're constantly being called to step into the largeness that we already are. There's a largeness that we already are that we're being called to step into that says you're bigger than that. You're way bigger than what you've been telling yourself you are. When I went to the home office to work, it was a very large position. It was a very significant, kind of prestigious title, prestigious role that I went to fill, but I didn't see, when that role came about, I didn't see myself. I didn't even consider myself for that role when it first came about. I had been a minister just for 4 years, and I thought, okay, well, that's a great role for someone. I wonder who's the next person to take that role. But then a few other people, don't you love it when other people are your angels, when other people are your blessings? A few other people came to me and said, I hope you're going to apply for that position. And I was like, who, me? Because what they saw in me was something way bigger. They saw that I had this great organizational background. They saw that I had the consciousness, even though I was only a minister for 4 years. They saw something in me that allowed me, they were a mirror back to me that allowed me to see something in myself that I hadn't seen at that moment. And so it's not that I was somehow different now, it's that I was being called to step into a larger sense of who I was. A larger sense of who I was. So much of our life, we have this very narrow definition. So many times we have this very narrow definition of who we are and what our possibilities are. And it seems like the further we go along in life, if we're not very conscious and intentional and practicing a teaching like this, we can really get locked in. It's like, this is who I am. I can't do this, I can do this, I can't do this, I can do, we got a whole list of what we can do, what we can't do, what's ours, what's not, And what if we could be open? What if we could have beginner's mind? What if we could be like it was our first day on the planet today? What if we could wake up today and see a new idea emerge and say yes to that new idea? we're constantly being called into newness, but sometimes we act as if oldness is the only thing calling us. The old story sometimes seems like it's the only thing calling us. There's an old story running about what we can do, what we can't do, but what if, like some of these folks that did things even later in life, like Mary Baker Eddy, who started the Christian Science movement in her 60s and now, created a huge movement, and even this movement that we're in had some influence from the Christian Science movement, and she started that when she was in her 60s. There's all kinds of stories of people late in life that did things that didn't stop allowing that divine spark to keep coming forth through them. So what if there's something new that wants to emerge through you? What if there's something absolutely new that wants to emerge through you? Could you say yes to it? And could you allow yourself to step into a larger version of yourself that you haven't yet stepped into? And is it possible that that's what's really here for all of us? That we're constantly being called to step into a larger version of who we are, because the possibilities for us are actually infinite, and yet sometimes we start to define our possibilities as finite. Well, I only have 3 choices, or I only have 2 choices, or a lot of times, well, I only have 1 choice. This is the only possibility for me. And at the same time, the infinite is saying, oh my goodness, there's so many the possibilities for you are infinite. What does your life look like from the vantage point of the infinite, without all the limitations that we humanly place on it? What does your life look like from the vantage point of the infinite? If the infinite's looking at your life, how does it see you? How does God see you? How does God see your possibilities? There's a story in the Bible about Saul who became Paul, and Saul saw his role in life earlier on as the one to uphold the current spiritual law in the land. And so he felt very threatened by Christianity that was emerging there. And so he saw his role as arresting the new religion, arresting Christians, right? And so he was on the path to Damascus and headed to arrest some Christians. He had authority to go and arrest some Christians, and it was going to be a good day for him to do that. And on the way, a voice from the sky came and said, "Why are you persecuting me?" And Saul said, "What? Who is that?" And it was the voice of Jesus. And, Paul said, "What?" And then, and it was accompanied, he had fallen to the ground because it was accompanied by a big flash of light. And then he was blinded. He was blinded for 3 days. And when he emerged from that and regained his sight after 3 days, his eyes were opened, right? And I kind of picture that as like where we think we see things clearly, and then we realize we don't see things clearly. And so for a while, we can't see anything, right? Because we're in that in-between state of where we're not seeing clearly what we were seeing before, but we're not seeing clearly what is the new possibility either. But then when he came to see the light, and his eyes were opened again, he became the biggest, or one of the biggest, supporters, evangelizers of Christianity. He became one of the biggest leaders of the Christian faith at that time. So, where is it that we can have our eyes opened again? Where is it that we can let go of ways that we've been thinking about ourselves that don't support us? What is a way that we could, what's something today that you could let go of that doesn't support you anymore? An idea about who you are that doesn't support you. Like something that says, I can't do this, or something that says my only possibilities are, something where you have put yourself in a corner or in a quandary. Self-imposed because all of those things are all limitation is self-imposed because we live with this unlimited potential and possibility. So all limitation is self-imposed. Where is somewhere where you have been, since all limitation is self-imposed, where is something where you have been seeing a limitation where you could let go, of that and open yourself to greater possibilities in that arena and in your life? Where is it that you could do that? And when you see what that is, just begin to entertain the idea of something greater. First, just say, I let go of that. I let go of all sense of limitation. Let's say that together right now. I let go of all sense of limitation. My possibilities are unlimited. All right, let's do a few more. I now accept unlimited abundance. I now accept the most loving relationships. Only the most loving relationships. I now accept the most vibrant health. We start to claim these new possibilities for ourselves. The moment we start to claim these new possibilities for ourselves is the moment they begin to open. Eric Butterworth, who we've been studying in the spiritual economics class, talked about what happens when we say yes to that creative energy moving in us. And that when we say yes, the moment we say yes to that creative energy, Butterworth says, that is the moment we start to have a more of a can-do attitude. We start to have a more of a positive, in the flow, I can do it, I'm making, I'm in that flow of things happening. That's one of the things we can get into that limit us, is we start to get into nothing is happening. I prayed and nothing is happening. Never, ever, I encourage you never to think that way. Never think nothing is happening. Something is always happening. Everything is always in motion. So when you pray, even if you don't see anything happen, picture in your mind and feel in your being something is happening. Say that right now with me. Something is happening. When I speak my word, something is happening in the positive direction of my word. This is the truth. Yes. All right, repeat the rest of my talk after me now. Thank you, that was good, I love it. This is the teaching of the science of mind, that there's all this unlimited potentiality, all of this divine splendor that is wanting to be expressed through us and as us and for us. And all we're really being asked to do is to say yes to it. All we're really being asked to do is to claim our divine inheritance. It's like you got a letter in the mail that said you now have this beautiful inheritance, but you have to show up at this attorney's office and claim it. That's all we're being asked to do, is to show up and claim it. Say yes to it, claim it, and then move with all that is involved in bringing it forth. We're moving with life. It happens for us by happening through us. And so we're being called to step into a larger version of ourselves. The version of you that is already there. The version of you that is who you truly are. The version of you that's not playing small. The version of you that's not claiming all these limitations. The version of you that is so open and is so wide-eyed. Remember when we were kids, right? How often as kids did we say it's not possible, right? We would tell our parents, can we do this? And they say, no, you can't do that, no. But we were always, why not? Right? Why not? Why not? So that's what I want you to ask today. Why not? Let's say that together. Why not? Again. Why? Is that Jackie? Oh, Jackie, I think that's the first time Jackie spoke out in service, so we got to go with that. All right, let's say that again. Why not? Jackie's feeling the spirit. We got to go with it over here. Why not? Instead of why, instead of how, why not? Like, why not me? Why not you? The universe is saying yes to us. The universe has gifted us with so much. And all it is asking of you and of me is that we say yes. And we claim the good, we accept the good, and we open to the good. So are you willing to do that? Yes. All right, and so it is. God bless you. Oh, you all are awesome. Thank you so much. Elise Carver's got another great song for us, accompanied by Jean-Louis Boudreau, our newest member.
This song is called...
And so it is.
This song is called If I Were Brave by Janice Stanfield and Jimmy Scott.
I could not fail. If I believed with the wind always fill up my sails, how far would I go? What would I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where fools and dreamers dare to tread. I would never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you do if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are the miracles in you and me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where fools and dreamers dare tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today
Yes, go out and be brave today and do those things in that song. We've got Elise Carver. Thank you, Elise Carver. Accompanied by Jean-Louis Boudreau on the guitar. We are brave, so we can say, since I am brave, this is what I'm going to do today. Yes. Thank you to our ushers. Look at Dan doing the announcements. Now he's ushering over here. This is great. We got Bob, Dan, Mary Lou. We got Vicky. Vicky's here. Give Vicky some love. She's right here. So good to be here and so good to have such great volunteers and people of service to this community. It's our time for conscious giving, to be a joyful giver. God loves a joyful giver. It's not really like God out there. It's more like in our being, it feels good to give, right? So, yes. Yeah, let's give some applause to that. Yeah. I know it does for me. I love giving. I want to be the top giver, except that I don't want to take that opportunity from one of you. But I just may end up becoming the top giver anyway, because I'm just so willing to give, you know? And so it's all good. We can all be top givers. How about that? Let's just all be the top givers. Yeah. All right. So many ways to give. You can text to give 424-379-3733. You can go to our website, redondocsl.org/donate, or you can use the QR code, which will also take you to the website. Thank you so much for the ways that you give. You are really supporting us beautifully, and we are doing great things here and more great to come thanks to you. Let's put our affirmation up so that we can affirm this together. Hold your gift maybe to your heart or your hands to your heart as we say together, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. Yes.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight. Well, let's try that one again. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, I'm grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is. Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, I'm grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, God is all there is.
Yes. Thank you, Elise and Jean-Louis. Thank you all for coming during a time when the World Cup Championship is on. Thank you for coming here instead, you know. I think a few people stayed home to watch the World Cup, but we're not going to count, we're not going to take names down or anything. Thank you all for being here. And let's rise and speak our word here, because our word is so powerful. And I'm going to invite you, if it's comfortable, repeat after me. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. As such, I, Gregory, speak my word. It is a word of power unto a law that only knows to say yes. I declare right now that unlimited possibilities are before me. I say yes to those possibilities. I say yes to that creative spark in me. I know that those divine ideas are like a seed. Contained within that seed is everything necessary for its fulfillment. Some of you got all the way there. That seed is ready to blossom with my yes. So I give it my yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I am. It was a lively crowd. I am so thankful for this awareness. Thankful for this truth. Thankful for the manifestation of so much good. I release this word. I know it is done. So I let it be. And so it is. Yes. All right. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Let's join hands and sing the peace song. Practitioners, ministers are coming up here on the stage with me. Come on up, Reverend Catherine. Come on up, Annie. Make way for Annie over there.